Our nation's health is declining as we rely more and more on processed foods. And even when we eat fruits and vegetables, we don't know where they come from or how they were grown.
The consolidation of food production, the industrialization of it has left us with a legacy of poverty and environmental damage, and the future looks challenging if we don't change course.
Good food, delicious, natural, good for you, good for the environment, and good for the economy does exist, and it's closer than you might think. Welcome to Main Street Project. Main Street Project's approach focuses on maximizing the return on a small, local plot of land by incorporating crops and livestock that have a natural interdependence. Even better, these local farms have the potential over the long term to produce an abundance of food and begin to support a livelihood for Latino farmers.
Specifically, when we think about Main Street Project's role in supporting the path out of poverty for Latino families, what we see the three main barriers for these folks to get into food and agriculture, especially sustainable food systems, is access to land specifically. Doesn't mean buying it, but by having access to it in a way that is predictable and more permanent so that they can make investments in it. Access to marketing and distribution, and access to financing, which is critical to get all of these things started up.
On this particular Main Street Project farm, you'll find more than 3,000 free-range chickens that eat a rich diet to create healthy, high-protein food for people living in the area. It all starts with the chickens, but Main Street Project is about so much more.
So the way the system works for us is you bring feed, chickens eat it, you harvest meat, they defecate, you harvest fertilizer, you move it to the fields for perennial and annual crops. You harvest hazelnuts and annual crops out of there, grains. Then you move some of the byproducts over to the fish. You transform that into food. You get fish. The fish defecate. You suspend it in the water. You get an aquaponic system. You get vegetables. Some of the fish product goes back as feed for the chickens. Some of the discards from vegetables go back as feed for the chickens again. And the cycle just keeps going on and on.
Rebuilding a local food economy and lifting up local farmers doesn't happen overnight. But we're excited about our progress, and our farmers are off to a good start. Demand is growing, and we're ready to bring our model of resilient local farming to the next level.
The students really do have a passion for what they eat, where their food comes from, being connected with the farmers. So it was totally in alignment with what we were looking for. Naturally raised chickens are something that we strive for.
Our mission is to build sustainable food agriculture systems so that we can restore rural economies and do so while eliminating pollution, eliminating injustice for people, workers especially, and restoring the economic symbiosis that exists between urban areas and rural areas in the context of sustainable food and agriculture systems.
Get involved today.
Fixing the food system, it's a mountain, and we can't move it alone, but I think together we can.